Hi guys, how are you? Molly here, Masters in Clinical Nutrition, YouTube channel Molly Knows. Oh my goodness, thank you for joining me. You saw my Instagram reel about the incredible edible egg, right? Like eggs are crazy expensive. It's like nuts nowadays. Like you go to the grocery store and it's like you leave with 2 bags of stuff and you're spending like $200-300. It's crazy. But yeah, so eggs are one of my favorite things in the morning. It's not that I am doing this because I don't like eggs or I don't believe in them. Obviously, I'm a nutritionist. I love eggs. It's like the perfect food. You know, it's packed with vitamins and minerals and tons of protein. So that's not why I'm talking about the eggs. I actually have some nutritional clients of mine that want other ideas. They want other options other than an omelet or hard-boiled eggs or scrambled eggs. Like they're just kind of over it. So I am going to talk to you about other things to do in the morning for breakfast besides eggs. And honestly, it's not that hard. It's not that hard, right? Like just remove the egg. So if you were making an omelet with veggies, right, and cheese on top, you would just eliminate the egg. You would saute the veggies. You would put the cheese. You would include, whatever protein source you wanted, yogurt or, like a sausage or some type of, meat. And that would be that. So it's kind of that simple. But I know sometimes it gets like a little like, what do I eat for breakfast? Because people think like, okay, breakfast, like, you need to have sweet things for breakfast. Like, okay, let's have a muffin. Let's have like, like a thing of granola, or let's have whatever, piece of toast or a bagel. Like that's not good, guys. That's not going to do it for you. It doesn't work like that. That's going to make your blood sugar go crazy. You're going to be super hungry afterwards and you're just craving carbs. Your body is just going to keep on craving carbs. So I have some options for you. And I have a great way to do this to make it fun and easy so it's not complicated. All right? So let's get to it. So I did prep some of this stuff before, okay? So yes, my kitchen was blown up, but who cares? Because in the springtime, your body is not going to be blown up, okay? Springtime, summertime, I meant to say summer. So I picked 3 protein sources, okay? And I did 2 cooked veggies and I did 2 raw veggies. So pretty much, let's just make it easy and let's say 3 protein sources, 3 veggie sources, okay? And you can mix and match throughout the week if you don't want to do eggs, all right? So what did I choose? I have Fage yogurt. If you don't like Fage, you can choose a different yogurt that's high protein, low sugar. All right, this one's gonna be 15 grams per 3/4 of a cup. All right, that's my protein source number 1. My protein source number 2, I did ground turkey and I turned it into taco meat, okay? I put a seasoning packet, one that's of course clean with no MSG or nothing weird in it. So I did ground turkey meat, taco seasoning. Then my last thing is sausage, all right? Whatever type of sausage you like, whether it's turkey, pork, chicken, beef, I did a sausage, okay? My veggies I chose, I did Lacinato kale. All right, I guess I sautéed that. I did spinach. I boiled that for a second to remove all the oxalates. I have green peppers that I chopped up as a raw veggie. You could always saute those if you want them to be soft, if you want them to be warm in the morning and you throw them in the microwave or, to like reheat them or whatever, or in a pan. And then I'm gonna cut up some purple cabbage. And my fruit that I cut kiwi and green apple today. Any type of low glycemic fruit is gonna be awesome. Always my favorites are blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Those are gonna be your highest fiber, low glycemic fruit that you can put on top of your you know, yogurt or add to the side of the dish that you're having, okay? So like I said, 3 proteins, 3 veggies, bam. No eggs, guys, no eggs, okay? Eggs are amazing, we love them, but it is what it is. And honestly, something too is, this is not that hard too, because like, let's say you make stir fry for dinner the night before, like chicken stir fry. Let's say you make pasta sauce the night before and then you have a side of veggies. Why can't you also just eat leftovers, right? Because essentially things that I'm making, things that I'm telling you to make right now, you could eat this for lunch. You could eat this for, you know, you could eat this for lunch. You could eat this for dinner. I think people get this false impression of breakfast needs to be sweet. It needs to be like, you know, a muffin. It needs to be something that's, you know, I don't know, like carby. I'm not sure like where people get that idea. Obviously, if you do want to have carbohydrates, the breakfast meal of the day is the best time to do it, okay? But you really need to pack yourself with protein and start your day off right, even fiber too. Yeah, so 3 proteins, sausage, turkey, yogurt, 3 veggies. I did kale, spinach, peppers, and I'm gonna cut up some cabbage. And let's just say you're like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get my kids to school. I don't have time for anything. What am I gonna do? I'm running out the door. All right, calm down. Grab a protein shake, whatever type of protein shake that you like, plant-based, dairy-based. Make sure there's no additive, you know, like there's no additives, there's no preservatives. Try to make it as clean as possible. Protein shake. You can do protein bars, okay? You can even do nuts, all right? Those are things for quick options if you really just like don't have time to do anything. I'm telling you, you're gonna thank me later. So, let me plate this up and show you what it looks like, just so you can actually see the finished product. So first I'm gonna do the sausages, and you can honestly prepare this, like, you can prepare this, you know, on a Sunday, and you can have it for like 3 days or 4 days in the week. You know what I mean? Like, because that's really kind of like what needs to happen. I don't know how people's mornings are, but I don't know if you're really gonna have time to like sit there and stop and, you know, I don't know, like prep all these things in the morning rush hour when you're trying to get out the door, when your kids are trying to get out the door, everybody's crazy, people are crying, people are coughing, they need medicines, or like, I don't know, whatever. Things get nuts. So see, look at this. Here's one breakfast. And yes, it does look simple because I just paired it. I just did this right now, like it's not like I'm cooking it. But before, when I was cooking it, my kitchen was blown up and it was crazy. But that's fine. Don't worry about that. So see, sausage, sautéed Lacinato kale, pepper, and kiwi. That's awesome to start your day, okay? So there's one breakfast. Next, I'm going to do, and you can even do, like, if you are eating carbs and you do have like a nice, tortilla that you eat that's lower in carbs and not full of like strange ingredients and it's not GMO. If you have that, you can even do like a breakfast taco, right? Like, how awesome is a breakfast taco? That's the time to eat your carbs, right? So we're gonna do turkey, ground turkey. We're gonna do some spinach. And like I said, all of this stuff, you can obviously add eggs to, but you don't have to. I mean, right? You just minus the egg out, because all of this could turn into an awesome omelet, all right? For the sake of it, I am gonna put peppers with this, and then I'm gonna cut up cabbage right now so you can see. See how awesome that is? So see, ground turkey, spinach, peppers, apple. So right there, guys, 2 breakfasts, okay? 2 ideas. Sausage, Lacinato kale, kiwi, oops, that's dripping, and peppers. And this is ground turkey, peppers, spinach, and green apple. All right? So that is that. I'm gonna cut the cabbage. And if you don't wanna have cold stuff, that's fine. No worries, you know? You don't have to have like raw veggies in the morning. Sometimes I like them because it adds like a little different zing to what you're doing. It adds a little different flavor. Like, you know, like a different texture. I mean, not flavor, but a texture. It's kind of nice, you know? I don't know. And I'm gonna show you how I doctor this up. So you can take your bowl, just so you're not eating like raw cabbage. And obviously, like I said, if you want to saute this, you can. But this is nice to have this like chopped up so it's ready to go. This is going to be like packed with fiber and anthocyanins, which is where this beautiful purple comes from. This color. Look at this. Don't you think that's like so pretty? I think it's like a work of art. Like, oh, so nice. So yeah, so chopped up my cabbage. You can put olive oil, just a little bit. And then we can do apple cider vinegar. Just to give it like a zing. So this is my Bragg's apple cider vinegar. That's the best one. Put that on top. All right, mix it around. All right, and then I'm gonna plate the last thing. I mean, really, I guess I should have done, yeah, let me switch the peppers. Let me switch the peppers from the turkey, and then I'm gonna put the cabbage with this. Okay, so that way, you guys can see it in its full glory. So nice. I mean, like, who is better than me? Are you serious? So I took out the peppers. I put in the cabbage. So that's ground turkey with taco seasoning, spinach, purple cabbage, and green apple. Breakfast. All right? And now I'm going to show you guys how I would do like yogurt, because that was my third protein source, right? So let me get a nice little bowl so you guys can see, to make it cute. So how are you guys doing? I hope well, right? It's officially spring. I feel like it's coming on with a vengeance. So see, I'm putting my yogurt in a cup to make it nice. You can throw on your kiwi. And this is full fat yogurt. So it's like 9 grams of fat. If you wanted to, you could, how many protein is in this? 15. Yeah, so see, there's something simple too, okay? That's Fage yogurt with kiwi on top. You could put whatever fruit is low glycemic, okay? You could do whatever flavor you want of Fage or whatever flavor you want of yogurt. It doesn't matter. Just make sure it's high protein, low sugar, all right? And if you can get full fat, that's obviously the way to go. So see, so right here, there's no eggs. I love eggs, I do. I make omelets, I do scrambled eggs. My best friend can throw down eggs in my kitchen in like 2.5 seconds, and she uses all types of ingredients, and she changes it up every single time she comes, and it's amazing. But I'm here to tell you that sometimes you have to take a break, sometimes you have to take a second, like eating eggs like 7 days a week, 5 days a week. Sometimes like you just need a second. So that's why I'm bringing you different breakfast ideas. So that's that. And like I said, you can always do leftovers, right? So whatever you had like the night before. So you could do, like I said, chicken stir fry, steak stir fry, shrimp stir fry. Why can't you wake up and eat protein and veggies? Why does it have to be something sweet? It doesn't have to. All right? Like, I think it's like ingrained in our minds, like our parents, like, oh my gosh, eat a donut, eat a waffle, And I give my kids waffles, but I also give them sausages, and I give them whatever, like turkey bacon. Every once in a while, we do real bacon. Like, so, you know, try not to just give like the muffin. You know what I mean? Because that's really not doing anything for you. And yes, this did take a tiny bit of time today. Like, I wish I could have shot the video as I was like cooking all of this. But it was a little too crazy, and there was a lot of, you know, screaming from my kids. So I really couldn't. I was like, I just can't. So like I said, I picked 3 proteins. I picked 3 veggies, 3 or 4. And these all don't have to be raw. If you like broccoli, steam some broccoli and have that be your thing that you're doing. If you like your veggie that you're doing, if you like cauliflower, have that be the veggie that you're doing. I just chose spinach, okay? I boiled it for like a few seconds and I took it out. I did Lacinato kale. I washed it, broke the ends off, put it in a pot with some water and some olive oil. I steamed it down, like with a cover, I steamed it down, and then I put my chicken base, and then it turned into this lovely, beautiful thing right here, right? It's literally amazing. Lacinato kale, collards, Swiss chard, rainbow chard, broccoli rabe. These are all your friends if you want something different, you know, as far as a veggie goes. And then I chopped, of course, my raw peppers, and then my cabbage. If you don't want to do raw in the morning because you just can't take it, don't do it. Don't worry. Just saute this when you're doing food prep. This really, essentially, the reason why this looks really easy right now is because I did food prep. Sometime I'm going to cook for you as I'm doing it. It's just mayhem though, but it is what it is. So let me show you, to finish this up, the 3 breakfasts that I did with no eggs. Okay. Sausage, Lacinato kale, raw pepper, and kiwi. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, I don't want this to drop. I did ground turkey, blanched spinach, purple cabbage with apple cider vinegar and olive oil, and green apple. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Yogurt with kiwi. How easy is that? All right. And then if you're in a pinch and everything is crazy, protein shake. Wait. Protein shake. Protein bar, nuts, okay? Do that. This is easy, guys. This is not complicated. This is called no eggs, all right? I don't know if there's anything else I have to say as far as breakfast go. Breakfast is, you know, a very important meal of the day. It starts you off right. It allows you to think. It allows you to function. It sets the tone for your blood sugar. Like I said, are you going to be able to like wake up and like make, you know, this thing in the morning when you're trying to get your kids ready or you're trying to do whatever you have to do in the morning? I'm not sure. Me personally, doing something like this, probably it's not going to happen in the morning because I'm dealing with them, but definitely your protein sources, you can make ahead of time. Sausage, your ground turkey, your ground beef, and then saute your veggies. And then bam, put it into containers, take it out, put it on the plate, and heat it up. And that's your breakfast. No eggs, okay? Yeah, and then like chopping your raw veggies. I did some raw, but you can always cook them, all right? I think those are beauties. I think this is amazing. I'm like honestly so hungry right now. Anyways, guys, okay. That is that. That's no eggs. Thank you for joining me. The sausage and the Lacinato kale, the turkey and the cabbage, and the yogurt with the kiwi. Awesome, guys. So here's to protein and here's to breakfast with no eggs. Have a good day.